Yeah, hi everybody. Welcome to the Purple Ladder. This is the continuation of Prince Top 25 Albums of All Time. Yes, Top 25 Albums of All Time from one of the greatest artists that ever lived. And now we're on number 20 through 17, part 2. And number 20 is Musicology. Yes, this is number 20, Musicology. Musicology is the 28th studio album by Prince. The album was given to concert goers at the Musicology tour from March 27 to September the 9th of 2004. Yes, Musicology, as they want to call it, was his comeback. But as Prince said, it's not a comeback. I've been here for years. Yeah, the physical retail version, April the 19th, 2004. Europe, April the 20th, 2004. The US on MPG Records. This is a good album. It's not a 5-star album. I give it 3 out of 5, but it's a good album. And a multi-platinum album, really a commercial album that Prince needed at the time. The length is 47 minutes, 26 seconds, and notable songs like Call My Name and the title track Musicology really put Prince back in the center of things in the mainstream. But like I say, it don't add up to some of the great albums he released, but hey, it's still a good and decent album to listen to. And I go to the tracking of some of the songs like I just mentioned, Call My Name and Musicology. One of my favorites is Cinnamon Girl. Check that out. That's a great song. And as Prince tend to get now in that age of the 2000s, he gets more political and social conscious with some of his songs. So you won't be disappointed. And some of the songs I like is Reflection, Dear Mr. Man, and If I Was the Man in Your Life. Great song. Million Days, another great. So it's a good album, and it comes in at number 20 of the top 25 albums of all time from Prince. The Purple Ladder, and we're going to continue the countdown. Hi, welcome back. And this is number 19 of Prince top 25 albums of all time. And number 19 is Come. And Come is the 15th studio album by Prince, and it was released August 16, 1994. This is a time where things get sensitive for Prince. This was when he painted Slave. A lot of people try to overlook this era. This is still one of his most creative eras of his career. And he had probably made some of the best music of his career. Never count out Prince in the 90s because, man, he killed it. And this is an album that was really good. And it comes in at number 19 because Prince has a lot of great music, and he released a lot of albums, in his career. Almost like an album a year. So Come is the number 19 albums of Prince, top 25 of all time. So most of the songs it's like one. This album has a concept of one, name or title, just one, like Come. Come is the first song on the album. It's 11 minutes. Great funky song. Space, another great song, which is my favorite on the album. Songs like Dark and Let It Go. Some classic Prince. Fair Moon and Papa. Papa is one of the best in the lyrical content. So you never go wrong. Race. You pick it up, you'll love this album. But yeah, this is number 19. Another great album. Commercially, it's a gold album. This is a time when Prince wasn't promoting a lot of this stuff, so it didn't do, well commercially, but still, it's a great album, and you got to check it out. So that's at number 19 of Prince top 25 albums of all time. Coming in at number 18 for Prince top 25 albums of all time is Graffiti Bridge. Probably get a lot of flack for this one, but it's at number 18. Prince at the time was going through a spiritual awakening, and this was the perfect album to do it. Plus, it's a soundtrack from the movie Graffiti Bridge. I'm a huge Prince fan, so I like almost everything you do. I can critique some of the things. Graffiti Bridge was an okay movie. It's not my favorite, but I get the message, and I understand where he was coming from. So in a spiritual sense, you have to understand the message. And it's not religion, it's spirituality. So this was the 12th studio album, and it was released in 1990 in the film by the same name. This has a lot of guest appearances, so this is not the one-off like Sign of Times or Purple Rain. This has people like Mavis Staples, Morris Day, The Time, Tevin Campbell, which had one of the biggest hits on the album. But the biggest hit on the album was Thieves in the Temple, that went, I think, all the way to number 6. And Round and Round by Tevin Campbell was a top 5 or top 10 R&B song, top 20 pop song. So it has some great music on there. My favorite, New Power Generation and Weekend Funk. And songs like from the time like Love Machine and The Latest Fashion. And the spirituality of Still Withstand Our Time, and the voice of Mavis Staples and Melody Cool. George Clinton does Weekend Funk with Prince. My all-time favorite, classic. So, hey, pick up that album. That comes in at number 19 of the all-time greatest albums by Prince, top 25, and that's number 18. Coming in at number 17 of Prince top 25 albums of all time is Lotus Flower. Yeah, this is Prince 2009 release, Lotus Flower, a triple album by Prince and his protege, Bria Valente. And it's the 33rd studio album and the 34th studio albums by Prince. And man, what can I say? I love this album. This album returns Prince to the Minneapolis sound. It has one that says Minneapolis Sounds. You have the Lotus Flower, and then you have Bria Valente's Elixir. What can you say, man? It just has so many songs, so many great tracks. Matter of fact, almost 30 songs. Basically, 31. You can't go wrong. But the notable songs, they are powerhouses. And songs like Colonize Mine is classic Prince. It's one of Prince's greatest songs of all time. And I'll put it up there with some of his heavyweights like Purple Rain. Colonize Mine, songs like Dreamer. Man, those are powerhouses. And some of my favorites like Wall of Berlin, Feel Better, Feel Good, Feel Wonderful, Here, Valentina. What can you go wrong on it? And MPL sound. You know, the Elixir is more of like a Sade Quiet Storm type album, but it has some great moments like Emerging, Elixir, or Kept Warming. So something you already know, but the first two, man, they are powerhouses. You know, instrumentals like 77 Beverly Park. Man, what can you, Love Like Jazz. Man, where can you go wrong? What can you go wrong on this? And to put it in the top 25 is just, that's beautiful. And this is number 17, Lotus Flower, coming in at Prince top 25 of all time. All right, coming in at number 16 of Prince top 25 albums of all time is the Batman soundtrack. Yes. What can I say? Great album. It's number 16. You know, it's no surprise. This is Prince at his commercial best. He needed a commercial album after financial problems, and he got one, the Batman soundtrack. Batman is the 11th studio album by Prince, and his soundtrack. It was released June 20, 1989, Warner Brothers Records. What can I say? For his sales, it holds up with some of his best-selling albums like Purple Rain, Around the World in a Day in 1999, double platinum. I think, you know, the sales go wrong. Some say 11 million worldwide. You know, I put it at like 4 million. So I'm not going to go into that. You know, it's just a commercial success. But notably, it has some great tunes on there. Songs like The Future, Electric Chair, Party Man, my favorite, Vicky's Waiting, Scandalous, Bat Dance, Trust, Lemon Crush. Great tunes. Album you gotta check out and review. It's not higher because this man Prince got some great albums. And some of the albums that's ahead of this is far more superior. So coming in at number 16, Batman gets number 16 of all Prince 25 albums of all time. So that's not a bad shot. And we'll continue to count down at number 15. And this is the Purple Ladder. I'll see you in another video. We'll be in part 3. So God bless and peace.